Aram. This is episode number 9.
Nine it is.
All right. Welcome to Workout Master. This is Ruben.
This is Aram.
And let's talk today about how you can make your diet work for you.
That's right.
Yeah? That's the most important part. You guys did your, they did the metabolic timing test, yeah? Last episode, yes.
Yeah, certainly hope so, because otherwise what we're going to tell you in this episode is not going to make a whole lot of sense. So if you haven't done it, please go back, take your time, take the test, find yourself the starting point, whether you're a carb type, a mixed type, a protein type, and let's begin to fine-tune, quote-unquote, what your body's telling you.
Exactly. So when you follow the book, you did the test, you know what your type is.
Right.
After that, what's important?
You have to interpret what your body's telling you.
Exactly. So your body has a way of communicating to you.
Yep.
And the body communicates to you through feeling.
Right.
The way you feel.
Exactly.
So it's ultimately very important to create a record.
Let's not get caught up on, pink feelings. This is how the food manifests, whether it gives you energy or not. Don't think about crazy feelings or anything like that.
Yeah, you write a record, yeah, right. You write approximate proportions. Whatever makes sense to you. You don't have to write in milligrams and things like that.
You don't need to count calories, just,
exactly.
Pretty much guesstimate the portion. One thing that we haven't mentioned is that when we talk about carbohydrates, we typically, measure them like in the size of your fist. And when you talk about proteins, like fish and meat and stuff like that, we usually use a deck of cards or the palm of your hands, although my hands are pretty thick. Think about the palm of your hand being one portion of meat protein, and think of a fist being like a size of a carbohydrate that you're consuming, right? So 2 to 1, 1 to 2, whatever the ratio works for you.
So you can write, I had a fist of this and stack the cards of that, for example.
Exactly. That would be a pretty good, guesstimation.
What's important after that is you want to write how you feel.
That's right.
1 to 2 hours after you consume the food.
That's correct.
Yeah. So make sure after the test, when you sit down to eat, write approximately a proportion of the foods, what kind of foods were there, carb, protein, fat.
Right.
And then you want to write how you feel 1 to 2 hours after that.
Right. Now the question that can ask themselves probably is like, how can we keep track of that? Easy. Just take a piece of paper, write down what you eat, and right next door to it, like side by side, I feel good, bad, good energy, bad energy, jittery, sleepy, tired, bloated, blah, blah, blah. We'll talk about all those things next.
Yeah, think of it like this. When you go to do taxes, you bring your pay stubs and you tell them how much money you spend, and the accountant is going to do your taxes. Yeah? Now, when people come to nutritionists, for example,
right.
They always say, what should I eat? And the nutritionist, in a lot of cases, just gives them a diet.
Which is the worst thing you can do, because they don't know you from a hole in the wall, exactly. And they're giving you already some type of a generic diet. By design, this is going to be flawed. So it's going to work for certain people, it might not make too much of a change on another person, and it might be a complete disaster for somebody else. So that's why we're telling you, approximate yourself to the micronutrient ratio that works the best for you. If you like to eat a lot of meat and meat makes you feel good, by all means do that. If you eat a lot of fruit and vegetables and they make you feel great with a lesser of a need of protein and fat, go that way. It's totally fine. What we go do next is the fine tuning. This is what we want to teach you, to show you how you can learn about yourself and interpret what the body's telling you.
Exactly. So number one thing to look for, I would say energy.
That's correct.
Yeah? So you would want to see how energetic you are in an hour or two after you ate.
How does your body feel? Because
you might truly,
it's like...
Yeah, you're falling asleep.
Or you might be like jumping off your skin, which is not good. Either or, they're both not good qualities of energy to sustain.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like dead smack in the middle. You should feel great. Not too much, not too less. Yeah? If you didn't, go back to the drawing table and try to find out what did not work for you.
Exactly.
Yeah? What's second?
Well, I would say second as, let's look into the mood.
Mood. That's a good one.
I'm very sensitive in that regard. If I don't eat food that actually agree with me, it makes me very cranky. I get really, really pissed off.
Yeah. If I miss the meal, for example, I get really moody myself.
Yeah, you become an asshole.
But if I eat a lot of sugar, I get really, really cranky.
Well, in my case, I don't get cranky. I just get very jittery. I'm like nervous, and it's not good energy, you guys. Anybody can tell you. After 3 o'clock, people they're bunking because they had a bad lunch, blah blah blah. What we're teaching you right now, and they're going to have some chocolate, some sweets, and some coffee, and before you know it, they're like jumping out of the skin, they're like jittery, you know, but it's that energy that allows you to focus. If you cannot focus your mind on a project or a task that you're working, that energy is not good, because it's not serving any purpose at all.
So pay attention to your mood. Number 3 is your appetite.
Appetite, absolutely.
Let's say if 1 to 2 hours you ate and you're already hungry.
Well, guess what?
Well, your body just burned all that energy you put in it, and it needs more. It requires more.
Right.
So pay attention. Provide some more next time.
Yeah, quote unquote, your body tells you did not eat the right proportions of macronutrients.
Yeah.
Your protein, your carbohydrates, and your fats were off.
How many people do you guys know that have a yogurt for breakfast and they're hungry in 15 minutes? Tons. How many people do you know that have cereal for breakfast in the morning? They're hungry within an hour.
Right, and sometimes they do something even worse, which is not eat, but to have some coffee.
Here you go.
Which will suppress your appetite, but make your energy go through the roof in not a good way. Because you'll be jumping out of your skin, you'll be all jittery and shaky and out of control and out of focus.
Another thing that you want to watch out for is how you feel digestion-wise.
Right, that's a
if
big
you
key.
eat and you fart, I mean, it's funny.
Yeah, because it is true that fart equals funny, we know that.
But it's really, truly not working for you.
Right. The minute that food gives you gas, it means that you're having a super hard time digesting it.
If you bloat it,
begins to ferment inside of your gut, and before you know it, that gas has to, that fermentation byproduct, that they know gas, has to go one way or the other.
Yeah.
To
So
the chimney.
if you bloat it, if you're constipated, if you have diarrhea, if you have any digestion-related issues,
yes,
a lot of times it has something to do with what you ate before.
Yeah. What you just ate the day before, the same day, because some of those intolerances, they manifest themselves anywhere between 3 to 72 hours. But the body's telling you, you just screwed up, and you have to go back